Okay, I think I'll go first on this one. I try to start.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Very hard, about the numbers, feel that for yourself. Like, this is passion.
Let's go. First, I will.
Okay.
Ready? First, I'm going to start out with this. I'm going to summon Sage with Eyes of Blue. And now its effect is now activated. I can now, when this card is normal summon, I can add one level 1 light tuner card right from my deck into my hand.
A level 1 light attributed tuner monster.
Yep. See here. Who would I add to my hand? What did I do? Which one will I add? Probably like, I don't know. I'll add my Master without the blue. Alright, Master without the blue to my hand. And I will activate Sage without the blue's effect. I can target one effect monster on my field, send it to the graveyard, and if I do, I can focus on one blue-eyed monster from my deck to my hand. From my deck to the field. So I'm gonna send my Sage without the blue to the graveyard. To special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Let's see what else I can do here.
Someone go? What?
I'll end my turn.
I draw. Standby phase, entering to my main phase 1. To start, I activate my field spell, the Gates of Dark World.
We even Dark Worlds.
Next, I set one card face down. Then I activate Danger Mothman's effect to my hand. You get to select one card from my hand, and that card is discarded.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
Oh, sorry, I hear that.
33.
Danger Mothman is the card that is now discarded. And because Mothman's been discarded, both players get to draw and discard one card.
Okay. I'll discard one card. I'll discard my Master without the blue.
And the card I will be discarding is my level 8 Rainbow over King of Dark World. And because my level 8 Rainbow is discarded due to a card effect, I can add a level 5 or higher Dark World monster from my deck to my hand other than itself.
Okay.
But my turn is far from over, you see. Because now I'll activate my field spell's effects. I banish a Fiend-type monster in my graveyard, then discard a Fiend-type monster in my hand in order to draw one card. So I'll banish Rainbow over King of Dark World, then discard Grapha, Dragon Lord of Dark World, and draw one card. Next, Grapha's discard effect activates. Because it was discarded due to a card effect, I can target one card on the field and destroy it. Which means your Blue Eyes White Dragon will now be destroyed and sent to your grave. Okay. Because I discard Grapha, your Blue Eyes White Dragon will now be destroyed after select as a target.
Okay, can I save him? But guess not. Okay.
Next, I activate my quick play spell, Dark World Accession. With this, I can banish monsters from my field or graveyard to fusion summon a Fiend-type fusion monster. But, if I'm fusion summoning a Dark World monster, I can also discard monsters from my hand to do so. So now, I banish Grapha from my graveyard, and then discard Boreal the Dawn's Light, Gold Wu Lord of Dark World, as well as Rainbow Overlord of Dark World from my hand. With these 4 monsters, I can now fusion summon into Chlorless, Chaos King of Dark World.
Oh no.
And now different. Before we get into that, Chlorless destroys all cards on your field upon its fusion summon. And then, because Gold was discarded due to a card effect, Gold is special summoned from my graveyard to my field.
Luckily for me, I have no monsters on the field to destroy.
And also, Chlorless affects all cards on your field, not just monsters, but spells and traps too.
I don't have any of that on my field.
Furthermore, Chlorless's attack and defense points are equal to the amount of materials used for its fusion summon multiplied by 1,000. And because I use 4 monsters to fusion summon it, including the Rainbow Overlord of Dark World as its prime material, its attack and defense points are 4,000. And with the effect of the Gates of Dark World, all Fiend-type monsters gain an additional 300 attack and defense points.
Wow.
Next,
How many life points are you using though?
8,000.
Got it.
Next, I reveal my face down card. My spell Mutiny in the Sky. I can shuffle 3 Fiend or Fairy type monsters to fusion summon a Fiend or Fairy type monster from my graveyard. And so, I'm going to shuffle back Rainbow Overlord of Dark World, Boreal the Dawn's... Oh no. Not enough Fiend types to make use of this effect. But no matter. That's my one mistake, but no matter. Now I'll proceed to enter into the battle phase. Gold will attack you directly for 2,600.
What was that? I get you attacking, right?
Yes.
So I'll take a 4,000 hit, right?
I'm attacking with gold for 2,600 first.
Okay.
Next, Chlorless will attack you directly for 4,300.
Hmm.
1,100 life points remaining for you. I will end my turn with that.
My turn. Alright, draw. Okay. I activate Dictator of D's effect from my hand. I can discard a card from my hand that either has Blue Eyes in its name or that card that mentions it and special summon it to the field. So I'm going to discard from my hand the White Stone of Legend to the graveyard. And now I special summon Dictator of D in defense mode. Not only that, I'm not done just yet. I activate Dictators of D's effect. And once that happens, I can special summon a Blue Eyes from my graveyard.
Before that, there's also your White Stone of Ancients.
Right. I activate the White Stone of Legends effect. I can also add a Blue Eyes from my deck to my hand. And here's also this. Now that I have Dictators of These on the field, I can now special summon a Blue Eyes from hand or deck. Or hand or graveyard. And now since I have Blue Eyes in my hand, I special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. And since that was only my special summon and not my normal summon, I'll summon my Tuna Monster, Sage with Eyes of Blue. And since he was normal summon, I activate his special ability. I can now add a level 1 Light Tuna Monster from my deck into my hand. And I'm adding another Sage with Eyes of Blue from my deck into my hand. Let's see where it goes from there. And now since I have that, I can activate its effect. I'm going to send my White Stone. I'm going to send the Sage with Eyes of Blue to the graveyard. And special summon another Blue Eyes White Dragon to the field. Blue Eyes. Let's see where's that Blue Eyes. There it is. Blue Eyes White Dragon. If you think I'm just gonna stop just there, I have another thing coming right now. Alright. I tune my... Oh wait, I ain't got no tune. I forgot my tune is not on the field. But I can do this. I'm gonna build an overlay network. IXV summon. I'm going to bring out my Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon. Let's see what he does. Okay. Cannot attack directly unless this card that's a normal carry. Oh, okay. Since it is a Z summon, I can negate the effects of all face-up cards you control, your opponent control, your currently control. And since for that, I'm gonna detach one material from this card and target one normal monster in my graveyard or banishment zone and special summon it. I'm gonna discard one blue eyes from my as a material to my graveyard, target one normal monster in my graveyard, and special summon it. And guess who's coming back? Blue Eyes White Dragon. And since it's special summon, it gets a boost of 1,000, and it gains 1,000 attack points, meaning it's also a 4,000. So guess what? I'm going to battle phase right here, right now. My Indigo the Silver Dragon will attack your life points directly for 4,000.
Correction.
So I get to attack one of the monsters. Which one is the lowest monster you got?
Right now, because my monster's effects are negated, the weakest monster is my fusion monster.
Okay, so Blue Eyes White Dragon attack the fusion monster with White Lightning. Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon attack the monster.
5,700 points of accumulative battle damage so far.
And for that, I'll end my turn.
I draw. Standby phase. Main phase 1. I reveal my face down card, Mutiny in the Sky. With this, I can fusion summon a fiend or fairy type monster from my extra by shuffling materials from my graveyard into my deck. So, now I'll shuffle back Boreal the Dawn's Light, Rainbow Overlord of Dark World, as well as Chlorus, Chaos King of Dark World. It won't really do much, but because I'm bringing out a new monster, I will now fusion summon into Loose the Dust Dark.
Oh, another fusion monster?
Fusion. Now, once per turn, I can target one card that my opponent controls and send a fiend or fairy monster from my deck to the grave. And if I do, I can destroy that card. So, I'm going to use Now I'll send Genta, Gateman of Dark World from my deck to the grave to destroy your Dictator of Dragons.
Which one?
Dictator of Day that's on your field.
Yeah. Okay. The KFC is in my graveyard.
Next, I'll set one card face down. And I'll end my turn with that. Furthermore,
My turn.
yes,
I draw. First, I'm going to start off with this. I summon the tuna monster, Sage with Eyes of Blue, in attack mode. And now that Sage with Eyes of Blue is on the field, I activate a special ability. I add one level 1 light tuna monster from my deck into my hand. Say one level 1 light tuna monster. Okay. Alrighty, and now that I got that in my hand, I will now tune my level 1 Stage with Eyes of Blue along with Blue Eyes. I synchro summon. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And I can activate. I can activate its effect. I can attribute this synchro monster to summon a different synchro monster from my extra deck. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon will be sent to the graveyard.
I feel like I can do that one here. It's crap.
And now I will special summon the great Blue Eye Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Let's see. I summon it in attack mode. What else can I do? If I have my Blue Eyes, if I have my Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon on the field. Let's see. It says your opponent cannot banish cards from your graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon once per turn. When a card or effect is activated on the field, quick effect, negate the activation. If you do, this card gains 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one light dragon monster from your graveyard, except Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Okay, so I'm going to attack with Indigo Silver Eyes Dragon. And now, Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, attack your life points directly. 3,500.
and that's game over. I'll let you go first again.
Alrighty. Oh, you know what? I forgot I had life points thing on here too. So we still using 8,000, right?
Yes.
Alright, set my life points to 8,000. And there we go. Three, 4, 5. Let's see how this hand goes. It could be interesting.
Okay.
I will start with this. I will start with one face down monster and end my turn.
I draw. To start things off, I'll activate my spell card, Dark Corridor. This allows me to add one Dark World monster from my deck to my hand. And in return, I discard one card afterwards. And I will add this monster from my deck to my hand. And per the latter cost of Dark Corridor, which I can only activate once per turn, I will choose to discard Burial the Dawn's Light. And because Burial the Dawn's Light was sent to the graveyard, I'm allowed to add Mutiny in the Sky from my deck to my hand. Next, I'm going to activate the monster effect of Genta, Gatesman of Dark World, from my hand. By discarding it, I can add the field spell, the Gates of Dark World, from my deck to my hand. And I will now activate the Gates of Dark World. And from there, I will now choose to activate its effect. And I will banish Genta from my graveyard. Then I'll discard Ceruli to draw one card. Now different effects will activate. Cerule's discard effect for Chainlink 1, Genta's effect for Chainlink 2. Since I control a Dark World card on my field, I get to special summon Genta from the Banished Zone to my field. Overall, though, I can only special summon Genta once per turn. And because Ceruli was discarded by a card effect, I can special summon this to my opponent's field in defense position.
Okay.
And because Ceruli was special summoned by the effect of a Dark World card, which includes its own, because I'm Ceruli's opponent now, I get to discard one card. And I will discard Rainbow, Overlord of Dark World. And now Overlord of Dark World's effect activates. Because it was discarded from my hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, not only do I get to special summon this card from my graveyard, but because it's summoned this way, I can either destroy all your monsters or all spell and trap cards on your field. And my option will be to destroy all of your monsters, including the Ceruli that's on your feet.
Okay.
Next, I set one card face down. Then I'll activate Danger Nexus effect from my hand.
Okay.
One, two, or three.
One.
You've targeted Danger Nessie. And because Nessie is discarded, I get to add a danger card from my deck to my hand other than itself.
Oh, shoot, I know about that one.
Next, I will activate the effect of Danger Mothman. One, two, or three.
Two.
Danger Mothman is discarded, which means both players get to draw and discard one card.
Okay. So I got this card one card.
And now I will discard Snow on Light of Dark World.
So I got discard a card, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm discarding my Dragon Spirit of White to the grave.
And because Snow is discarded by a card effect, I get to add a Dark World card from my deck to my hand.
So how many special summons you did?
1, 2, 1. Three. Next, I'll normal summon Salamander Catalyzer.
So how many special summons did you do?
I've done 3 special summons this turn, and the 4th summon was my normal summon.
Okay. Okay.
Next, I'll overlay Salamander Catalyzer and Genta. With these 2 monsters, I build the overlay network in order to exceed summon. And I shall bring out number 60, Dugars the Timeless.
Let's see.
Any response?
No, not yet. Oh wait, that's a 4. Is that a 4 special? Does that count as a special summon too?
It's my 5th summon. Because you're letting my summon go through, I'll choose to activate Dugars' effect. I'll detach 2 materials to activate one of its effects.
I'll stop you right there because I'll activate an effect from my hand. I activate Effect Veiler.
Very well, but my materials will still be sent to the graveyard as cost.
Your effect has been negated.
Now then. I'll proceed to enter into the battle phase. Rainbow Overlord of Dark World will attack you for 2,800.
Okay.
Next, number 60, Dugars the Timeless for 1,500. With this, my turn will come to an end here.
My turn. I draw. God. To end my turn.
I draw. Now then, I summon again the Diamond Tiger to my field. Stand by, main phase 1. Next, I'll activate again the Diamond Tiger's effect. Since I'm in my main phase, I get to special summon Ken, the Warrior Dragon, from my hand or deck to your field in defense position.
Okay.
And because Ken the Warrior Dragon was special summoned by Gen's effect, because I'm Ken's opponent right now, I get to draw 2 cards, then discard 1. And I will discard my level 8 Rainbow over King of Dark World. And because Rainbow over King of Dark World was discarded by a card effect, I get to add a level 5 or higher Dark World monster from my deck to my hand. Then, because it was discarded from my hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, I can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Dark World monster from my deck or graveyard to either player's side of the field. So first, I'll be adding Grotha, Dragon Lore of Dark World, and then I'm going to special summon Snow, Unlight of Dark World, from my graveyard. Next, I'll use Snow, Gen, Dugaris, and Rainbow. With these 4 monsters, I'll create my circuit right now. Link Summon. Saryuja Skulldread.
What is that, Link Monster?
Yes.
Man, I need something for Peter.
How many special summons you did?
Gen was my normal summon. Then Ken was my special summon. Then I brought out Snow. So Saryuja Skulldread was my 4th summon. So now Saryuja Skulldread's effect activates. When this card is link summoned, because I use 4 monsters, I get to draw 4 cards. Then I place 3 cards from my hand to the bottom of my deck in any order that I want. Why not? And I'll send these 3 monsters to the bottom of my deck. First, I'll use this effect. Next, I'll use my field spells effect. I'll banish Dugaris from my graveyard. Then I'll discard Grotha, Dragon Lore of Dark World from my hand in order to draw 1 card. And now Grotha's discard effect activates. I get to target 1 card on the field and destroy it. And because you only have 1 monster on your field, Ken the Warrior Dragon will be destroyed, and it will be sent to my graveyard.
No, I have no cards on my field.
Other than the monster that I gave you, of course.
Ah, right.
Why else do you think Ken the Warrior Dragon's in my graveyard now? Next, I play the spell card Dark Corridor. With this, I get to add a Dark World monster from my deck to my hand, then discard 1 card afterwards. The monster that I added from Dark Corridor is Silva, Warlord of Dark World. Then I'll discard Snow as the cost. And because Snow is discarded from my hand to the grave, I get to add a Dark World card from my deck to my hand. And I will use this one. Next, I'll proceed to enter into the battle phase. So use your Skull Dread attacks you directly for 2,800.
Yeah.
Now, it's about time to accumulate some damage. That was 2,800 you just took, and you've taken.
Yep.
Okay, so I believe that you should be at 900 or so left. And with this, I will end my turn.
It's my turn. Come on. Don't let me down now. I draw. I'm gonna have a patient here. I'm gonna have to feel like I get this now. Wait. I will end my turn.
I draw. Standby phase into main phase 1. I reveal my face down card, Mutiny in the Sky. I'm going to fusion summon a fiend type fusion monster by by shuffling materials into the deck from my graveyard. Now, let's see how many I've gotten so far. Well now, quite the collection. Two Snows, one Grapha, one Rainbow over King of Dark World, Salamander Catalyzer, Genta Gatesman of Dark World, Ceruli Guru of Dark World, Leo the Dawn's Light, and Rainbow Overlord of Dark World. After shuffling these 9 monsters back into the deck, due to Mutiny in the Sky's effect, I am now going to fusion summon. I shall bring out Chlorless, Chaos King of Dark World. Since you have no cards on your field won't get destroyed. However, because I use 9 monsters for its fusion summon, Chlorless, Chaos King of Dark World, both attack and defense points become 9,000. With the effect of my field spell, the Gates of Dark World, all Fiend-type monsters gain an additional 300 attack and defense points. And furthermore, because this monster is special summoned to a zone pointed by Star User points to, it gains an additional 300 attack and defense points. Now then, I'll proceed to enter into the battle phase. Chlorless, Chaos King of Dark World will attack you directly for 9,600.
I'm going to choose to go second.
Very well then. For my first move, I activate the continuous spell Dark World Archives. Next, I'll activate Danger Mothman's effect from my hand. 1, 2, 3, or 4?
4.
Excellent. Danger Mothman will now be discarded. And because Danger Mothman is discarded, both players get to draw and discard 1 card.
There. I'm discarding the White Stone of Legend to the graveyard.
And I'll discard Snow on Light of Dark World.
But now, since I have discarded my White Stone of Legend, I activated special ability. It now allows me to add a Blue Eyes from my deck to my hand.
And because Snow was discarded by a card effect, I get to add a Dark World card from my deck to my hand. And I'll make use of that right now. I activate Genta Gateman of Dark World effect. By discarding it, I get to add the Gates of Dark World from my deck to my hand. And now Dark World Archives effect activates. Because I discard a Fiend type monster by the effect of a Dark World card, or an opponent's card effect, I can discard 1 card, then draw 2 cards. So I'll discard Dangerous Tsuchinoko and draw 2 cards. Now Tsuchinoko's discard effect activates. Because it was discarded by a card effect, I get to special summon this card. Next, I'll activate Triple Tactics Talent. Because an opponent's monster effect was used during my turn, I'm going to choose to activate the first effect. Draw 2 cards. Next, I activate the field spell, the Gates of Dark World. Now, I'll activate my field spells effect to banish a Fiend type monster from my graveyard, then discard a Fiend type monster in my hand and draw 1 card. So I'll banish Genta, then discard Rainbow over King of Dark World and draw 1 card. Now Rainbow over King of Dark World's discard effect. I get to add a level 5 or higher Dark World monster from my deck to my hand, other than itself.
Okay.
Next, I'll set 1 monster face down. I will proceed to end my turn with that.
My turn. I'll draw. Here we go. Here we go. First, I'm going to activate Dictators of D's effect from my hand. By discarding a Blue Eyes from my hand and sending it to the graveyard, I can special summon it. And I special summon Dictator of D in defense mode. And now, not just only that, I can activate Dictators of D's effect. It allows me to send. Okay, yeah. It says that I can special summon this card from my hand. I can discard a Blue Eyes White Dragon, or a card that mentions mentions it and target one blue eyes monster in my graveyard to special summon it. And since I'm going to send Master with Eyes of Blue to the graveyard. And special summon a Blue Eyes. So rise on up. So rise from the grave, Blue Eyes White Dragon. In attack mode. And I'm just not going to stop right there. I'm going to summon Fade with Eyes of Blue, the Tuna Monster. And its special ability activates. I can add one level 1 light Tuna Monster from my deck into my hand. And I'm adding my third Sage with Eyes of Blue. And here's that. Here goes the fun part about it. So it is hard to Wait. I can target one effect monster I control and send it to the graveyard, and if I do, special summon one Blue Eyes from my deck. And any monster I send. So that means I can send my Faith with Eyes of Blue to the graveyard. And that I will do. By sending him to the graveyard, I'm allowed to special summon a Blue Eye.
After discarding the Sage in your hand, of course.
Yep. Then your Blue Eyes to the and that one to the graveyard. Since I have my Sage without the Blues on the field. Time to select my Blue Eyes. Here we go. Where's the third Blue Eyes at? Yeah, there you are. Now come on out. Blue Eye White Dragon. It's about to get even better. Because now that I have two Blue Eyes on my field, I'm able to do this. I build an overlay network. XZ summon. Indigo Eye Silver Dragon. And now that I have Indigo Eye Silver Dragon on the field, its special ability activates. It cannot attack directly unless this card has a normal monster as material. You can only use each of the following effects of Indigo Eye Silver Dragon once per turn. If this card is XZ summoned, you can negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. Your opponent currently controls. You can detach one material from this card. Then target one normal monster in your graveyard or banishment, special summon it, and if you do, it gains 1,000 attack points. So I'm going to discard one Blue Eyes from it, just to resummon Blue Eyes back to the field. Blue Eyes White Dragon, arise back to the field. And guess what? I'm not done. I tune my level 1 Sage with Eyes of Blue along with my Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Look more closely at your field. What happened to your other tuner monsters?
No, my other tuner monster I only had one tuner monster. Because remember, I used the effect of it and sent it from my hand to the graveyard.
Yeah, so shouldn't your existing tuner monsters be in the graveyard? Or no?
Which one?
You had one other tuner monster on your field. And now you have Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dictator of D, and Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon.
Right. I used my Blue Eyes to sync the Exceed summon with, remember? And I had discarded Blue Eyes from it to special summon it from the graveyard using the effect of Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon.
Yeah, I know that Blue Eyes was detached.
Yeah.
But wasn't your tuner monster sent to the graveyard due to the effect of Sage with Eyes of Blue?
No, I had a second one in my hand, so I sent that one to the graveyard. It said I could send a monster and then special summon. See, it says it right here. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. It says when this card is normal summoned, you can add one level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand, except Sage with Eyes of Blue. You can discard this card, then target one effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your deck. You can only use this effect of Sage with Eyes of Blue once per turn. I used one of them. It's in my graveyard.
Yeah, the card was already in your graveyard when you brought back Blue Eyes with Indigo Silver Eyes Dragon.
Right. So
now it's only those three on your field.
Huh?
So now it's only those three on your field right now.
Right. So since I brought Blue Eyes back, right? So that means Blue Eyes is back on the field.
Your Blue Eyes is back on the field, but then Dictator of D and Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon are your only other existing monsters on your field.
Yeah, you're right. Dictator of D is on my field. Indigo's Eyes Silver Dragon's on my field. The Blue Eyes, remember the Blue Eyes are coming? Yeah, that's on the field. And then I used the effect of it. I used the effect of it. So I have those three monsters on the field. Wait, this one was still on my field still.
I guess your room doesn't really make it any brighter for you, but no matter. Proceed.
What is it?
Just proceed, and I'll explain later after the stew is over.
Okay, so since I got my three monsters on my field, I'm going to proceed to battle phase, and I'm going to use my Indigo Silver Dragon to attack your monster.
Which one?
What, you got it face down too?
Yeah.
Okay, I will attack your face down.
Wheel the Dawn's Light. Because it was sent to the graveyard, I get to add one Mutiny in the Sky from my deck to my hand. you have one more attack.
Yes, I do. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Attack the monster with white lightning.
2,700 battle damage.
Now, I'll end my turn.
Very well. I draw. Standby phase. I activate Genta Gateway of Dark World's effects, discarding it to add the Gates of Dark World from my deck to my hand. Because my current one is negated through your Indigo Ice Xyz summon, I'll activate another one.
Okay.
Next, I'll use the Field Spells effect to banish Genta from my graveyard. Then I'll discard Grafa and draw one card. Next, Grafa's effect for Chainlink 1 and Genta's effect for Chainlink 2. Because I control a Dark World card, I'll special summon Genta from my banish zone. And next, Grafa will allow me to target and destroy one card you control. And my target, of course, shall be Dictator of Dragons.
Okay. Well, I knew you was gonna target that card because it was gonna be the issue of the card of the game.
Next, I'll set 2 cards face down. Then I add, and then I'll set another card face down. Then next, I'll activate Danger Mothman's effect from my hand. One, 2, or 3.
2.
Danger Mothman is discarded. So now both players get to draw and discard one card since Mothman was discarded.
Okay, well, we get to draw one card and then discard a card.
Yes.
Okay, so draw my card and then discard a card. I will be discarding my Sage with Eyes of Blue.
And I'll discard Danger Nessie from my hand. And because Nessie was discarded, I get to add a Danger Monster from my deck to my hand other than itself.
Okay.
Now then, I'll activate Danger Trooper Cobra's effect from my hand, the monster I recently added. 1, 2, or 3.
3.
Danger Trooper Cobra is discarded. And because it is, I get to target one danger monster in my graveyard other than itself and special summon it.
Okay.
So now, I'll bring out Danger Mothman from my graveyard. Next, I'll overlay my level 4 Danger Mothman and Genta. With these 2 monsters, I build the overlay network in order to exist. And I shall bring out number 41, Baguska the Terribly Tired Tapir, in defense mode. Unfortunately for you, Baguska's effect is this. While this card is in face-up defense position, I can change all face-up monsters on the field to defense position, and negate the effects of monsters that they were in defense position.
Oh, damn. Okay. Okay.
With
Well,
that,
let's
I
finish
will
this.
end my turn.
So I can change. I'm able to change them back, right? Or they stay like that.
They stay in defense position so long as Baguska remains in defense position.
Uh, all right. I draw. Yes. Right time, and I needed it. I activate the spell card. I activate the spell card. First, Flame of Destruction. With a blue, since I got blue eyes on my field, all monsters you control are destroyed.
In return for Blue Eyes White Dragon not attacking this turn.
Right. But here's this. But here's this. I also activate a field spell of my own. Mausoleum of White. And with this field spell, during the main phase, I can normal summon one level one light chain monster and this to my normal summon. And this you can only gain this effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control, then one normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack and defense equal to the level of the monster sent to the graveyard times 100 until the end of this turn. Even if this card leaves the field, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add one burst stream of destruction from your deck to your hand.
Alright.
So right now, since we activated that, I'm gonna turn my blue eyes back to attack. And I'm gonna turn my indigo silver eyes back to attack. And since I do have a material that is normal on it, I'm allowed to attack your life points directly. So now I'm going to attack your life points directly with indigo silver eyes dragon for 4,000. I'm going to go to main phase 2. I'm going to activate its special ability by detaching the material from it. I will send one to the graveyard and to special summon in the special summon the blue eyes back to the field. So arise back to the field, blue eyes white dragon. And for that, I'll end my turn.
Alright. I just got called in for something. Hopefully it won't take long, but I'll be right back. Now it's my turn. I draw. You don't have any back row, do you?
No, I just have a field spell. Well, I have a field spell, and then I have 3 monsters.
Ah, okay. In that case, I'll proceed to activate my field spell, the Gates of Dark World's effect, for my main phase 1. I'll banish Genta from my graveyard, and then I'll discard Salamander Catalyzer and draw 1 card. Next, I'll activate Genta's effect for my banish zone and special summon it. How many monsters are in your graveyard, I wonder?
How many monsters in my graveyard?
Yes.
Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I have 6.
Okay. Next, I reveal my face down card, my quick play spell, Dark World Puppetry. I can target up to 3 cards from either player's graveyard and banish them. Then I discard a fiend type monster afterwards.
So how many cards you banishing?
List off what monsters you have in your graveyard.
Okay, what monsters I have in my graveyard?
Yes.
I have Sage with Eyes of Blue, Dictator of D, another Sage with Eyes of Blue, Master with Eyes of Blue, the White Stone of Legend, and the third stage.
And the what?
Three stages. Dictator of D, Master with Eyes of Blue, and the White Stone of Legend.
Alright. Then I'll banish Dictator of D and your 2 sages.
Alright. Banish. You said and a sage?
Yes. And then I'll discard Ceruli, Guru of Dark World. And because Ceruli was discarded by a card effect, it's special summoned to your field in defense position. And since it was special summoned by a Dark World effect, I get to discard 1 card, since I'm Ceruli's opponent.
Right.
And I'll discard Danger Thunderbird. And because you have no cards face down on your field, you're safe. Next, I'll normal summon again the Diamond Tiger. Then I'll use Gen's effect to special summon Ken the Warrior Dragon to your field from my hand or deck in defense position.
Okay.
And because Ken was special summoned by the effect of Gen, I get to draw 2 cards, then discard 1. And I'll discard Snow on Light of Dark World. And now Snow's discard effect activates. Not only do I get to add a Dark World card from my deck to my hand, but because it was discarded by my opponent's card effect at the time, which I made your card effect, I can target 1 monster in my opponent's graveyard and special summon that target, if any, in defense position.
Okay.
So
which one you gonna special summon from my graveyard?
Master with Eyes of Blue.
Alright.
And now
It'll be special. Coming to your field.
I activate my quick play spell, Dark World Accession. So then, I'm going to banish monsters from my graveyard and discard at least 1 card from my hand, since I'll be fusion summoning a Dark World monster.
Okay.
Alright. Now then, fine. Okay. From my graveyard, I banish 2 Snows.
Okay.
1 Blue of the Dawn's Light. 1 Grapha. Danger Chupacabra, since it's also a Fiend type. Rainbow over King of Dark World. And Salamander Catalyzer. And finally, I'll discard Rainbow Overlord of Dark World from my hand. With these monsters, I now fusion summon. I bring out Rylas, Chaos King of Dark World. And now Rylas' effect activates. Because if this card is fusion summoned, all cards that my opponent currently controls are destroyed.
But you said they all cards they destroyed?
All cards on your field are destroyed.
Even Spell and Trap?
Yes.
Okay.
And since I used 8 monsters for this card's fusion summon, its attack and defense points become 8,000. And with the Gates of Dark World, it's an additional 300 attack and defense points increase. Now I'll proceed to enter into the battle phase. Rylas, Chaos King of Dark World will attack you directly.